So I am so grateful on behalf of everybody here, grateful on behalf of Dawn that you all came. This is such an amazing book, and really, you guys are all witness to something truly remarkable. You might not know it quite yet, but I can pretty much guarantee you that you're going to recognize it pretty quick. I just want to say that it's not every day that I meet someone that's on the verge of becoming a writer. What I do end up running across as a writer myself is I do meet people who say, I've got a book in me. I'm going to be writing a book. Something's going to be happening in that way. And somehow they just don't always get it out, you know? The desire is there, but it doesn't necessarily happen. Dawn wasn't really any different than that. She was exactly the same as all of us. But she's sort of like the lion in The Wizard of Oz. Do you remember him? The thing that Dawn has that most would-be writers don't have is that she has courage. She has courage in abundance. When I met Dawn and heard her story, I knew it was a book. And when she asked me to read her draft, I was convinced. But I also knew that we were going to be spending a lot of time together. The thing is that editors are known to be somewhat nasty creatures. Just when you think that you've plumbed the depths of your soul, they ask you to go deeper. And then, when you think you've plumbed the depths of your soul, they ask you to go deeper. That's their job. Writing is not for the faint of heart, and Dawn proved that she was up to the task over and over again. So what you're witnessing here isn't just a simple book launch, but the true birth of an author. That requires time and commitment, yes, but more so it requires a level of personal awareness about our own limitations and a willingness to stretch from there. At any time, Dawn could have said no. She could have walked away and handed whatever she had at that moment to a printer. But this was a spiritual book, and as part of her practice, she embraced the idea that God is all there is. So rather than walk away, time after time, she stepped in. And interestingly, she demanded that I do the very same. It's a symbiotic relationship, the one between editor and writer, and it requires a tremendous amount of trust and just the right amount of grit or friction between the two parties to create the pearl. Dawn has that grit, and I know there were times when I provided lots of friction. This book is truly a pearl, a thing of amazing beauty because it was born through adversity and arrives here today to inspire each of us to do the very same thing. I learned a tremendous amount working with Dawn. She has been my teacher and a real gift to me as both a writer and editor. It has been a true honor for me to watch Dawn stretch and grow and truly step into the truth of who she is, a storyteller, a devotee of nature, and a relentlessly courageous spirit. So please give a warm round of applause for this new author of ours, Sharon Van Hatten.